Hi guys, this is The Ordinary Man, Step by Step, episode 18. Okay, so I suppose that has been a good few days since the last one. So I think the last one was last Thursday. So again, just to give everybody a quick overview of what this is for anybody else who's listening for the first time. So essentially what I'm doing is, my name is Tommy Courtney. What I'm doing is documenting the process of what I'm doing to take an idea from my brain and try and convert that into a successful business. So this podcast isn't about giving wisdom or advice or tips or anything like that to any of the listeners, because to be quite frank, I haven't got the experience to do so. So what it really just is me documenting what I'm doing. Some things might be right, some things might be wrong, some things might be absolutely batshit crazy to some of the people that are listening, but that's the approach that I'm taking. So the company is Property Basecamp. What we do is we provide rental accommodation to relocating business professionals who are arriving here in Dublin, and we do all that through our new digital application called Property Basecamp. So that's it in a nutshell. So really, what's happened from last week? So not really too much does get done, to be brutally honest. I had a wedding on Friday, so no work on Friday. Then the wedding was in Clare, so I drove back Saturday evening, and then tried to get stuck into a little bit of work on Sunday. Sunday was fairly probably a frustrating day in regards to the work side of things. So again, I'm really trying to focus. I suppose I had a bit of a brain fart on Sunday, that I sort of lost that little bit of focus of what the highest priority things are. So I suppose I eventually sort of brought myself back to focus late on Sunday night. So what I've done is I've done up a slight bit of it's quite similar to our manifesto that we've put together for the company as a whole, which is what are we trying to do? Like, what is the end goal of Property Basecamp? How will we do it? And what will we do to get there? So what I've really done is I've done the version of that for really the sales process, because I guess we're still on a really looking at trying to build up our client base and build up our user base. So again, I've sort of broke that down again into what are we trying to do. So in regards to sales process, at this point of time, all I'm trying to do is get into the room with decision makers. I'm fairly confident in myself that if I can get into the room with the HR directors of the world and the recruitment managers of the world, that I can show them the value that Property Basecamp will bring to their company and their employees. So that I guess is what we're trying to do. That is the end goal of the sales process for me at the minute. How will we do it then? What is the strategy? So again, I'm focusing really hard on not selling, which is probably contradictory. Sounds a bit mad, but people hate being sold to. I hate anybody trying to sell me anything. So, like, we're all human, and I think that I've a fairly good read on people, and I think a lot of people don't really like to be sold, try to be sold anything. So, again, I'm really just focusing again on building relationships with people in the industry. That's literally anybody who's working on any companies that are Dublin based, and that come under the umbrella of the clients that we're trying to get in touch with. That is companies in the technology and finance space who are heavily recruiting from abroad. So again, just trying to build relationships. That's really done. I suppose build relationships and marketing as such. So we've put out more Facebook marketing this week, and obviously LinkedIn we're doing as well. So that's the how will we do it. So the two main things obviously are build relationships and marketing. And then the third main part of this little manifesto is what will we do to get there. So that's the individual tasks that we need to do. So we've a a large amount of these. I think we're missing a few as well. So I'd love to get people's feedback on this in particular. So the things that we're looking to do is, obviously I'm gonna continue with this podcast and try to bring awareness to what I'm doing selfishly, but also as well what the company is doing. So I'm hoping that people look up the podcast, then look up myself and see that I'm working with Property Basecamp, and then get a little bit of awareness there. So and to do that, to bring awareness to the podcast, we're going to start to look at more Facebook marketing, putting the podcast into Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups, and try to get it circulating around the ecosystem, startup ecosystem and Dublin-based ecosystem. So that's that. Going to continue to try and build relationships via private messaging on LinkedIn with people on that. Again, not selling them anything, not even asking them for anything, just, I suppose, getting into conversation and meaningful conversations, things that you actually have interest in, and not ask for anything. Zero, literally. For example, I spoke to a journalist today from Fora, who did a piece on Fora website that I read. He did a piece with an investor, and again I just wrote to him saying that I really liked his article. It was very, very informative, to get under the hood of what investors think. So again, just popped him a message and he got back to me straight away and thanked me for the message and things like that. So that is all about building up meaningful relationships for long-term success. So again, interacting via Twitter. We're going to continue to advertise our available properties on our Facebook pages, our Instagram pages, our LinkedIn pages. We're going to continue to add my private connections on LinkedIn with the Property Basecamp LinkedIn account. Again, just to bring that little bit of awareness to people. Once you obviously send a request via LinkedIn, you might get a push notification to say the Property Basecamp wants to connect. Again, that's all that little bit of free marketing, free advertising, bringing that little bit of awareness to what Property Basecamp is. It's all baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. So we'll continue to do that. Hoping to attend more events. I suppose I haven't done an awful lot of this, and I suppose I'm looking for the perfect event to be attending. And I guess there is no perfect event, but I'm really going to start to up that and attend all events to meet everybody. Because again, you just never know who you run into. The likelihood of running into somebody of interest is 100% greater if you attend these things and try and take that shot and take that chance rather than sitting at home doing research. So that's what I'm going to be doing more of. Again, probably just the thing that you have to be selective about is if any of the events are expensive, then that's something that we might need to look up. But again, going to start doing more of that. Going to continue to build relationships via the Prop Tech meetup, which I facilitate. So hoping to get another Prop Tech meeting set up again. Again, just build more relationships with the guys in that ecosystem. Going to continue to look at the LinkedIn jobs section and recruiters and the jobs that they're advertising, and again get into discussions with the recruiters to see if they're recruiting from abroad or not. And again, not necessarily asking for anything, but just build up that little bit of awareness and relationship with them. And another thing which I haven't done an awful lot of recently, which is stupid because I have been doing it, is to use my close connections that I do have, the existing relationships that I do have, and look to see who they could possibly connect me with. This could be easily done via LinkedIn, so you can go on, search on one of your close connections, somebody you're friendly with already, somebody you've built up a relationship with, and look at all their connections. You can literally check to see all their connections and see if there's anybody there of interest, and then I suppose ask for a favour from that close connection that you have to see if they can do an intro or if they're happy to pass on the details. So and the last part of this little manifesto is about the underlying principles. So again, I am always concerned with providing more value to the person that I'm asking than the value that I'm getting from it. it's very, very difficult when you're a new business and you haven't got much to offer, but you have to try. Is what I'm thinking is like I have to try and come up with some sort of value, if that's maybe offering some digital consultancy or maybe providing their friends or connections or something with free access to the app, which will cost us money, but again the ROI of that could be huge in the long run. And just I'm always thinking just to try and provide more value than I'm actually asking for. So that's really what I've been focusing on today. Yesterday, really again just pushed the building relationship side of things. I seen an article that an investor wrote. I met this investor about a year ago. Again, just talking about the ins and outs of what investors are looking for. So I just sent him a mail to say really enjoyed the article, and he got back to me straight away, obviously thanking me and to say that he hasn't forgotten about Property Basecamp. So again, I haven't asked for anything there, but looking into the future, 6 months, 12 months down the line, we might need that relationship. So just continue really with that today. I've managed to set up another meeting with a person from the Dublin Startup Commissioner, just to start to maybe build a relationship there and figure out a little bit of the issues, if any, that they're experiencing from a slowdown or an increase of both companies and individuals looking to come to Dublin to work in a tech space. So that'll be interesting. I've got that call tomorrow with Sarah. Then on Wednesday, I've been able to set up a meeting with another property agency, another big property agency that we'd be hoping to maybe come on board with us again. So I'm going to talk to their director, who has a shitload of experience in the industry. So worst case scenario, I learned something new that I didn't know today. Best case scenario, we can start to build that relationship and maybe bring them on board as well, to start to advertise their available rental properties to our user base. And that's pretty much it for yesterday and the weekend. So Fridays, what we've done is we've managed to set. I talked about this the last time. My last podcast was trying to get another startup who is in a similar position to us to come on to the podcast and speak about the last 7 days, what they've done in the last 7 days to move their business forward. So this will be really practical, detailed questions, which I'm very, very excited about, because it's stuff that I want to know. I want to know if the stuff that I'm doing is stuff that other startups are doing, and learn from their experiences. And I think that I've already got feedback from other people to say that would be really, really interesting. So delighted to be able to say that we're bringing on a company called UniBrowse. Alan from UniBrowse is going to jump onto the podcast on Friday. We still haven't really come up for a sort of a sharp name or a very interesting name for it, but it's going to be something along the lines of 7 days with UniBrowse or something like that. So any creative people out there who can come up with a good name, please get in touch with me directly. I'm not a creative person, I don't think so. I will need help to come up with some sort of name, but I'm really, really looking forward to it. I think that has really got legs. I think that can really bring awareness to the startup world, to myself, because I'm facilitating it, and to the company, obviously. And just again, trying to build relationships, bring a bit of awareness to our brand. And yeah, we never know where that'll end up. So I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to hearing from the guys, to hear about their journey so far. Journey, I fucking hate that word, but I'm going to try and stop using that word. But yeah, so really hear from them what they've done up until now. It's something from what I do know a little bit about them. It's a really, really valuable product for students out there. So any students, you should be asking them to tune in to us on Friday. For the podcast that has no real name yet. So yeah, that's really it. More details to come on that over the next couple of days, and that's it. Thanks very much for listening, guys. Really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.